Okay, so
here we are with Half-Life Decay, a co-op mod that was originally on PlayStation 2 in 2001, wasn't it?
yeah,
and we ended up getting a rush to port it to PC. And thought we had a ton of bugs and a ton of not bugs.
so
First thing, of course, is we're just pretty much going fast and getting triggers early.
yeah, this first level is sort of really chill.
Yeah.
Like there's not a whole lot going on. Like here he's just lowering his frame rate so the guard turns faster. In Half-Life games, a lot of stuff is dependent on your frame rate. For example, NPCs turn faster at a lower frame rate. This game was never intended to be played at more than 100 FPS. So a lot of stuff breaks when you go over 100 FPS. At higher frame rates, you air accelerate faster. But in this game, there's actually, well, his main method of moving around is going to be a movement tech called bunny hopping. You may have seen it in Quake yesterday, but essentially he's strafing in midair, and when you turn, you gain air acceleration, and by jumping immediately as he hits the ground, he retains that momentum, and you can use that to pretty much fly through the game. But Valve saw this, and in 2001, which sadly was around the release date of this game, they decided to put a bunny hop cap on the game. It was mostly due to people from the CS 1.6 community complaining about bunny hop.
Salty CS
So
players.
there's a bunny hop cap in this game, which is essentially when you get to, I think it's 543 units. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it's around that.
About 550, yeah.
Your speed will reset back to 320 if you're going that fast and you hit the ground and you jump. So in other Half-Life games, you have to, well, you can really go as fast as you want, but in this game, you have to try and learn to play under that, because if you cap, your speed gets reset and it's obviously slower.
I didn't get fast elevator. If you're really fast, you're pretty much just under the cap the whole way. I reckon it's possible to get both characters into the elevator before the elevator doors close, and that just takes a couple of seconds, but...
So yeah, this category, solo percent, was invented by Sheepbeard, but normally obviously this is a co-op game, but most of the game you can do by yourself. Oh, here's something we like to do, by the way.
It's coming up in a few seconds.
Yeah, so you meet up with...
Let's leave it as a surprise.
Yeah, alright. But you meet up with Dr. Keller and Rosenberg, and Rosenberg is supposed to walk out of the elevator, but since we block him, he just does this.
There we go. Tap dancing, everybody.
Dr. Keller.
Anyway.
Sometimes we have an issue when OBS is running that we can sort of bounce in here, but sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to be going right now.
It would have been entertaining to watch for a bit.
Yeah, nothing really else to say here.
Pretty much just waiting on dialogue now, and I keep my FPS low because Keller has to turn around to let us into the test chamber.
Yeah, there's actually once you walk through this door here, there's actually a chance you can soft lock. If you go through here too fast and you don't wait for the second character, you will soft lock, and it's pretty easy to perform if you go for it, but if you just wait, the game won't soft lock.
I have not soft locked it once.
It's always been me.
Yes, it has always been you.
But essentially, yeah, me and Chig, we run this game co-op, but we're not doing co-op today.
Yeah.
Anyway, so really nothing much going on here. You're just activating the stuff in the test chamber, and this is supposed to deliver the sample to Gordon Freeman.
Now, right now, I can pretty much take some time because we're pretty much waiting on a time sequence.
Can you get this?
I get it.
Yes. Okay. So you're supposed to put the sample in that elevator. Oh, you can use this guy through the wall. You're supposed to put that sample in the elevator, but if you just jam it in, it hits the trigger, and you can just yank it back out.
Yeah, so we're pretty much just waiting around on time stuff right now. We've got to wait like 2 minutes for the level to progress, and this guy then lets us out of this room, and we end up going into the test chamber. But that's for normal people. We're special. we're not going to go into the test chamber.
Yeah.
You notice that we've already got this person down from the top level. We've actually, we're supposed to actually stay up there.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've opened this up and I've stolen the crowbar that this person's supposed to get.
Now,
We're
the joke here is that you're supposed to be in the test chamber and hear explosions and stuff, but we've run out of radius of the explosions. See, what he did there was he essentially jumped through the door, and now it's just waiting, and this is where we get to draw.
Yeah, we use the crowbar to draw something because we've got to wait about a minute. If you've got any donations, you can read them out now.
Time for like 1 or 2 or 3.
But yeah.
There is a donation incentive to unlock the bonus level, by the way. If you want to get your donations in now, it's not looking good, but you'll have to snipe it pretty hard. There we go.
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. Alright. So, screen goes black. So, welcome to Accident 2. This is,
Accident 2 is about to happen now. So, there's the change level. I missed it.
Yeah, so the screen is black there, but you can actually walk up to the door. There's a similar thing in the first level of Opposing Force, the speed run for that. Anyway, those head crabs can really block you sometimes.
Yeah, so we just sort of avoid them, grab the gun, run up here, and spray down the zombie. Give him, yep, we got it, give him.
Okay.
We want the gun out this entire time now because we want to use the crosshair for placement up ahead.
Okay, so he's about to do an exploit. You saw it a little bit last level, but okay, hang on, I gotta let him focus.
Okay, I gotta line up here. Swap bug up.
Okay, you got it.
And we got it. Oh wait, no.
Wait, we might not.
Have. I think we got it.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, so sometimes that doesn't work, but essentially he's using an exploit.
It's called swap bugging.
But
you want to explain it?
Yeah, so you can swap characters in this game as you've seen him do, but how it works is when you swap characters, any momentum you had on the previous this is an auto-scroller, by the way, so perfect time for me to explain. Any momentum you had on the previous character carries over, so he's using a script, because scripts are allowed in this category, to swap to the other person, jump, and then swap back, and the momentum carries over, and show them.
Yeah, so I do this, it brings me up.
And you can really just break the game with it.
It's pretty much like DoClip, only without cheats.
So, yeah, it's pretty much an auto-scroller here, lowering his frame rate, so Rosenberg turns faster. In the co-op run of this, you actually get the other person to leave the server and retry, and it replaces the other person with a spare player, and then the main player gets warped forward when he swaps. And that you abuse that in 2 levels. It's this one and Crossfire.
Okay, so here you're supposed to disable the security, but we're fast, so we don't have to worry about that.
You can just run through it.
Then that's supposed to turn it off permanently.
Alright, so he's gonna swap bug again here. Okay, nice. I can never shoot that ever. Right.
I missed the first shot on him, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, in 2, nice.
In 2. That's like the best you can get that there. Okay, so I just shotgun these because I really don't want to deal with them up here. Because I gotta. Okay,
oh no! Volume warning. That can happen sometimes.
Yeah, we're sorry about that noise. What's happened there is that there's the door where I got the shotgun. The head crab is blocking it.
All right, I think it's stopped.
It might start again. But,
oh
yeah.
no, there it goes.
So yeah, unfortunate feature of the Gold Source engine is that when things get stuck indoors, all sorts of hell breaks loose.
He can use the button through the elevator. Nice. And nice. Okay,
so time for the murder the burger strat.
Yeah, we call it murder the... Okay, hang on.
I got it.
No. Oh, you got it. Nice. So we call that murder the burger because, well, we're funny and we called Rosenberg Rosenberger. And basically you shoot him and he gets scared and he runs over and opens the door. Every NPC in this game has a key to every door. Now he dances.
Boogie Wonderland.
Yeah, basically every NPC in Half-Life has a key to open every door, including monsters, except for Gordon Freeman, Gina Cross, Colette Green, and Barney Calhoun. Well, yeah.
And Shepard.
Shepard's not part of Black Mesa. But anyway, there's not much to say here. He just jumps out of the map and goes behind. So as I was saying, they have keys to every door. And yeah, you can scare NPCs into opening the door. All right, so it doesn't matter if he goes fast or not here because he's got to wait for Rosenberg to open the door.
Yeah, Rosenberg is a bad character, which is why Blue Shift is bad, I reckon. Well, Blue Shift is just bad because it's Blue Shift. But no,
all right, so
he tries to open the door here. I don't know why he walks back to do it, but he does.
Okay, so there's an audio cue here, and the TV's quite quiet, so we're going to be very, very quiet so we can listen.
It's coming up in a bit, but yeah, right now I'm just ducking out of the way because I don't want the Vorts to see me. Because 3 just spawned as I walked through the door.
Okay, so we need to be very quiet.
Hey, spawn 2, kill them. Okay, you can sort of hear him in the distance. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, the TV is quite quiet, and that audio cue is already quiet, so we could just barely hear that there.
And there we go. That's pretty much this level complete. We move over to here because Rosenberg just says, oh, hey, you did it. Now let me go talk to Keller. And he has a nice little lovely conversation with Keller, turns to face us, says that, oh, we're so good, but we're not done. And that's it. I just sort of sit there and chill. But yeah, this game is got a few bugs, to say the least. You've seen a swap bug. That pretty much allows us to complete the entire game solo when it's supposed to be co-op. On PS2, I don't think the swap bug really works on there. I tried to do it manually, but it's pretty frame perfect.
Yeah. Alright, so
that's uplink complete.
Alright, so next level is Focus. I think it's the name of it. But it, no, it's dampen, sorry.
See that window?
Yeah, Exhibit A of how the swap bug breaks this game. Are you going to see another use of it here?
Exhibit B is right here. We break this window, and I went slowly.
You haven't got enough speed there. Oh, you made it, though. Alright.
Pretty much how we break the game.
Alright, so this level's already almost done.
Oh my god, I missed a strafe jump.
Okay, nice. Now he's just got to open this dampening field.
Now, I'm hiding in this spot here because while I'm crouched here, I'm in the perfect position for these 3 NPCs that spawn to not see me.
Yeah, they're baby Nihilants, but they can't see him.
There's only 2 places where, well, 3 technically, where baby Nihilants spawn, and there's here, there's another space in this map, and there's the final boss battle. Of course, we're going to skip the final boss battle, and we've already skipped the earlier place we do it. So right now we're just exploring because we're waiting for Dr. Keller to go, oh, hey, this isn't working, let's restart.
Alright, so this is the intended part of the level. He's just going exploring because, well, he's just waiting for Keller to say that the fields are open even though they already are.
We could go upstairs so we can try doing this. Actually, I'm going to go upstairs.
Yeah, you could. That one's a bit risky. Alright.
Okay, so normally you're supposed to come up here through a contrived means of whatever, and you're supposed to turn that lever there and another one up here, and that's where some baby Nihilus spawn and try to stop you. Well, actually, no, not baby Nihilus. Sorry, I'm wrong. That's alien grunts.
Yeah.
And Vorts. And basically what we're just doing right now is we're basically doing that backwards.
You also note that that NPC took a while to turn around. As I said before, this game was never intended to be played at more than 100 FPS. And basically when you play at higher frame rates, in the turnaround animation, they add ghost frames, so they take much longer to react, and you can abuse this so hard. You didn't kill him.
No, I killed him. Oh, wow. Okay, you're right. I didn't. I stand corrected. Well, actually, I sit corrected.
So you're supposed to get the revolver here. Okay, that's the end of the level.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to get the revolver there, but, well, we don't. But no matter what level you start on, it always gives you the weapons because they expect you to have the weapons on that level.
Well, it's actually because the way on Half-Life Decay on PS2, the way that you're actually supposed to go into each level is that once you've completed a level, you're brought back out to the main menu, and you get to select the thing. You get to select the level. But this is now Dorms, my favorite level.
So yeah, that, just to note, at the start there, the screen's black, but you can still control, and
that's the same on every level, and I just shot a window to break it.
By luck, of course, when you start this level, both characters are actually aiming at that window, so you can shoot it right off the bat. And you can actually jump out while the screen is still black. So, getting a solid Dorms is mostly about just solid B-hop, not running into any of the trip mines, and yeah.
I somehow went right through that vault.
I have no idea how that happened.
This game.
Okay. So normally you're supposed to boost through this vent with the other player, but we just swap bug in. Yeah, and the thing to note also about this game is it is co-op, but you can beat most of the game with just one character. Like, he's not even going to touch the other character in this whole level.
Yeah, the only time I touched it was to get into the airlock and to position it so that my swap bug doesn't break.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing about swap bugs as well. Because momentum is preserved between the changing between characters. I should have had my revolver out there. Not a big deal. Oh,
damn.
Thank you.
This explosion doesn't actually hurt you.
Yeah, the grunt sometimes likes to kamikaze. I think we're going to also have a grunt follow us. That's why I want the trip mine there, because if the grunt tries to follow me, they get blown up.
Alright, so this part, basically you need Barney to come to the Dr. Keller to get the access codes for the satellite or something.
And that means that we can't have any distractions for him. Any at all.
But Barney refuses to come out until all the soldiers are dead, so you got to kill all the soldiers. We found that, through testing, we found that it's better to kill all the soldiers first than go and see Barney, because sometimes you can soft lock and he won't move. But it always works this way, and you don't have to use him as well, so he never gets stuck on movement either, which is much better.
Alright, we're keeping our FPS low here because once again we're waiting for NPCs to follow us.
And we want Barney to turn faster.
Alright.
Alright,
Should I do the meme?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to do something pretty funny here. We need an audio cue, so we need to be quiet here.
My arm hurts.
You look good in orange.
I'm actually getting strange.
You've got the all-clear codes for the satellite delivery rocket?
Sure do. You got a plan?
Yes. Once the satellite is in orbit, we can orchestrate a resonance reversal that may seal the rift between Earth and the alien world.
Alright, so...
Now, it may seem like I just killed myself, but...
The thing is, once you get the mission complete screen, you will always change level no matter what, because the trigger for dying is exactly the same as mission complete, but the mission complete one triggers first and changes the level. So yeah, you can just kill him.
To move this a bit more closer to me.
Okay.
Because my left arm's actually starting to get strained.
So this level has a strat that I invented, actually.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a grunt later in the level that will block you. You can use the switch through the wall. You got it, nice. So he picks up these SMG nades here. There's a grunt that blocks you, but what you can actually do is you can just shoot a nade at him, and it gives him. And you're about to see that any second now.
Yeah, just gotta get through this room.
Okay.
Wait,
he's not there. He's not there. Oh my god.
Wow. That is actually, that's never happened.
That is rare.
Okay, so I need to open that. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. And we haven't been followed. Cool.
Okay.
So now we're just catching up with the other character because we need
need
the other character to lock the first character in. Wow, we're actually being blocked.
We're double blocked. Wow.
No, we're not double blocked.
Okay, well, we didn't get blocked, but we got blocked later. That has never happened before.
It happens to me sometimes.
Oh.
Oh, seriously? Is this the meme now?
Okay. So we shut the door, and now we can push the thing that ends the level.
And now just sort of get trigger happy.
You gotta reload.
That's
oh, okay. You're good.
Alright, next level is...
Crossfire. Pretty sure? Yeah. So this is the other level where you would retry bug, but we can't do that because we're solo. So... Is this a level where you need the other player at all?
Nope.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Single player level.
Yeah. Yeah, in the co-op, category for this, you can actually, when you do the retry bug, sometimes your HUD disappears, so it can be really annoying. And since I'm usually player 1, I'm the guy who has to do that, but I usually hold up okay. That's a skull, not a grenade.
Yeah, I sort of couldn't tell. Bit of glare.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab a bit of armor. Not that I need it, but
okay,
better safe than sorry.
Another swap bug.
Yeah, I could be hop through there, but I'd just wall strafe anyway.
Yeah, when you run against walls, you actually get more speed. That's been present since Quake. Alright, so you're supposed to turn a valve here, but I think I actually discovered... I don't know.
No, it's actually discovered by one of the other runners in the co-op category. Itchy nose. But yeah, you can just press the pipe and it goes down.
For some reason.
You can also stand in the way of the pipe and it will go back up.
Yeah, it's weird. It's... Well, since you're not doing anything here, I may as well explain it. So, in Half-Life, for some reason, doors and mechanical objects will reverse their flow if some sort of living entity gets in them. So if there's a door, like this can happen with bees, monsters, the player. If there's a door and it's closing and you stand in between, it'll open again. But for some reason with that pipe, if you stand under it, it doesn't actually crush you. It actually just floats back up. It's hard to perform though. And you need both players there for it, which, well, obviously we can't do.
Alright, so this next level is lasers.
Alright, so I don't know if the stream saw it or not, but this is sort of a new game plus thing. We've stored the change level trigger. We'd completed... Okay, we beat it.
Yeah.
So we stored the change level trigger from before. We partially complete this level, and basically we've changed the... stored the change level trigger, which, well, we just used it, and there we go. Oh, you didn't kill him?
Nah.
Oh, whatever. Anyway.
So now we're on to the final level.
So, I think I'm going to be mostly quiet here. I'll just explain. This level takes a very long time if you do it intended, but there's a hitbox, or the final... You have to do a big battle, and the final boss is in the sky, and it's some sort of stingray praying mantis alien. Now, it's always in the sky, but it doesn't spawn for a while, but its hitbox is there.
And that's because it's not exactly an NPC. See, what gold source engines like to do, well, I'm not the engine, sorry. What the games like to do is, instead of using an NPC, they'd rather utilize moving objects to, like, for instance, here the Stingray is a moving object. But it can't exactly despawn it. It can move it out of sight and make it invisible. And we have used that by shooting it while it's still invisible.
Alright, so we're just waiting for Keller to open the door. But yeah, you can still shoot it, but I'm going to be quiet because this is a really precise angle.
Yeah, and
oh yeah, time's coming up very soon, by the way.
Coming up. As soon as you see something gib in the sky, that's when you want to stop the time.
I'll call it.
Yeah, you to call it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh shit, I lost my angle. Swear jar time. Yay. So, I think this is it. 3, 4, 5, Looks about right. 6, 7, 8. Time.
Time. Woo.
Did we make the donation incentive?
Nah, probably not.
Nah, of course not.
What was the time?
24:47.
That's a PB, isn't it?
No, it's close though.
What's your PB?
Like 24:35.
Oh, well, that's a good run though.
So, yeah,
that's a really good run.
That's a pretty good run. And keep in mind, I wasn't really b-hopping that much.
Yeah.
So now we just get to watch the credits cutscene map.
Yeah. Well, this is.
We're supposed to have activated all these crystals, but we didn't.
Yeah. So at this end bit, well, this is the end of Blue Shift as well. But anyway, that's pretty much Half-Life Decay. I think we should pack up here because our schedule is kind of rough at the moment. So up next is Shadow Warrior, I believe. Thank you for having us. Bye.